Peace and goodwill, dear brothers and sisters. Today we are going to reflect on the word table. Table is definitely a furniture that we all use in our houses for the sake of eating the meals and so on, for the sake of very many celebrations and so on. And table is a word that is used in the scriptures too, very especially as a symbol and also literally to signify that something is shared on the table, that is the meals. Having this topic in mind, the first and foremost, let us see the word table itself. The word table comes from the Latin word tabula, which means a flat surface or a board, which means on that board either you write something or you share, that is the meal. It also shares or has got many meanings and connotations. The first and foremost, it also meant something on which is written. When God gave 10 commandments inscribed on the tablets of stone, it was used in some translations as the table of stones, not the tablets but the table of stones. And secondly, it also meant a simple table on which the meal is given. Dear brothers and sisters, let us also see few phrases that are used in the scripture which are famous, which involve or include the word table. First and foremost, to eat from king's table, which is mentioned in the second book of Samuel chapter 9 verses 7. Eating from king's table signified privileged position and honor. The second phrase is to eat from one's own table, which is signifying that one should eat his meals in and through his own expenses and hard work, as it is mentioned in 1 Kings chapter 18 verse 19. The third expression we have is the table of the Lord, which is used in prophet Malachi chapter 1 verse 7, where prophet Malachi says to the people of Israel, very specially keeping himself into the shoes of the Lord, as he says that you have defiled the table of the Lord by offering something to the Lord to his altar with your defiled hearts. The fourth expression would be the table of snares, Psalm 69 verses 22, wherein their own tables will become their snare. It is mentioned this way in order to signify that one can also share the table of demon. And the last expression would be the table where the Lord is host, as in Luke chapter 22 verse 30, wherein the Lord gives himself to his people, very especially to his apostles and disciples and his followers. Dear brothers and sisters, having these phrases in mind, let us also see the types of tables which were in use in the biblical world. The first and foremost is the low table. Low table is a kind of a table which is little higher than the ground level position, on which surface the meals were shared. And mostly during the Last Supper, this was the type of table where Jesus and his apostles had their Last Supper. The second type of table would be the high tables, which were in use in the Roman banquets, wherein the great senators as well as the centurions and all the higher ranking officials shared their meals. Again, for our life, what we can take from this imagery and the symbol table, we can take something valuable for our life. Let us then parse the word table. The word table, when we parse, we can separate the alphabet T from the word table, and what remains is the able. The word T could be further enumerated as the trust we have on God, so that we are able to believe that God will provide our table. For the people of Israel, when they were journeying through the wilderness, it is God who spread the table for them by providing them manna until they reached the promised land. and for our life too. We are in need of so many kinds of food. We are hungry in so many ways, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, physically, and socially. And God will provide our table provided we are able and believing in Him with that same trust where our ancestors and also the people who handed their faith to us had. May this be an inspiration for all of us, and may this always keep us united in the fellowship of the Lord.